Welkom bij Topnames, iedere dinsdagavond live vanuit de Waag in Amsterdam. Mocht je een keertje langs willen komen, want het is een mooi pand hier, Stekel.
Ja.
Wees welkom, laat het ons even weten. Ik vind het altijd leuk als er mensen hier te gast zijn. Zoals we het leuk vinden dat hier op dit moment Mark van CrowdyHouse is. Mark, we talk in English because that's your preferred language.
That's my native language, yeah.
Yeah, so next time, most of the interviews we do our native language, but this time we do yours. You're from CrowdyHouse.
Yeah.
First off, I saw you 2 weeks ago when you won 2 Accenture Innovation Awards.
Congratulations, that's a big prize in the Netherlands.
Yeah, it was very unexpected. We were very happy to have won it. We won top e-retail site in the Netherlands, so top e-commerce site. And it was fantastic recognition from people in the industry, so we're very happy.
What does CrowdyHouse do?
So CrowdyHouse is a launch platform and a marketplace for professional designers and makers. So we work with a number of furniture designers, product designers that produce their own products, and we help them launch their work. But we also help them sell their work directly to the customer.
So it's a classic example of cutting out the middleman.
It's a classic example of cutting out the middleman, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. I come from a design background, and I really saw the pain that designers have. They normally sell through shops, where the shop will take 50% commission, but they were really struggling to sell online. We want to really give these designers the channel to sell online, but also give them the opportunity to bring and develop new products. And we've done that by adding a crowdfunding aspect to the site.
Okay.
Yeah. So how does that work, the crowdfunding aspect?
We actually call it crowdfunding 2.0, or the actual term is pre-tail. Trendwatching called it the term of the year last year. Pre-tail is the next step of crowdfunding platform, where it's a rewards-based crowdfunding platform, where you reward the customer for actually buying a product before it's been produced, pre-ordering. And you've seen that there's a really big trend now in retail. You see, for example, Zara changes their shops every 2 weeks. Customers are really demanding the newest products right away, even before they're produced. So we're providing designers the opportunity to bring their products out before they've actually put them into production, and providing customers with the opportunity to get something before anyone else does.
Yeah. Hey, were you winning the category, was it e-retail?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel your site as that? Because I can imagine it's not your your normal field of work. I mean, you're a site with quality products, etc. Do you feel you are a retailer yourself?
We are an e-commerce platform. Yeah. Our mission is to help designers sell, help them make a better profit, and help them. And also, our mission is to allow customers to find design that they would never be able to find anywhere else. So we are e-commerce, and in fact, how our business works, we really look from an e-commerce point of view, because that's where our skills are, and that's what designers lack as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people always say that actually, you say we cut out the middleman, that the middleman, like the retail, is actually making designers better, because they challenge them, to make stuff that also can be produced and that, fits into a certain style. How do you look at that? I mean,
well, it sounds like a cliche now, but crowdfunding, really, we believe in crowdfunding democratizes the production of products. So with us, only the products that customers really want are produced. So it's a little bit like a lean methodology for furniture designers and makers, where they can bring a product out, they can see what the market thinks of it. If the market doesn't agree with the product or does not think there's any need for it, the designer says, okay, great, I'm going to go produce something else and see what the market reacts to that.
How many people normally have to be interested in a certain product before it's taken into production?
It's really up to the designer and how they're going to
on
produce.
Average?
On average, around 10. They would like to sell 10 before they can put it in production.
Okay, so also very small scale series are being
small
produced.
Scale, yeah.
So you need basically 10 people on the planet
to pre-order that product, and then they can go produce it. But we've had designers that require a minimum of 500 as well.
Okay.
So it completely depends on the product and the production method. So the other thing that we're supporting really is how designers can produce themselves now. We're in the makers movement with 3D printing, CNC machines, laser cutters. These designers have more access to these machines than ever before. So 10 sounds small scale, but if they can have 10 orders, we had one designer who received 10 orders, they could actually buy a laser cutter, have it in their studio and produce the products themselves. And we thought that was a fantastic story.
So what you do is you bring, say the designer and the buyer together. What is your role further? Because this is all product, it's not, say, software. So you can't. I don't assume that you are the one who makes sure that people get the products. That's their thing to realize. I don't know.
Yeah. So
if so, is that a possible? Is it a problem for you? Because then, what is the quality you deliver, so to say?
Exactly. So we're a curated platform. So every single designer that joins, there are other platforms such as Etsy, and it's a great marketplace. It's not a launch platform, but it allows makers to sell directly to consumers. But it's not curated, so it's difficult to find quality on the platform. We believe in dealing with the professional designer, so the designer that studied design, who produces and has their own studio, who normally sells through the shops. So every designer on CrowdyHouse will actually have their own Chamber of Commerce number, they'll have the registered company, they'll have a production process in place.
And that's all being checked?
That's all being checked.
So you have a group of people in your office who actually checks every product, every designer?
Yeah, we don't check every single product. We check the background of the designer, we know about the quality of their work, and we make sure that they have a production plan in place.
Okay, but that seems to me not very scalable.
I mean, there's a number of curated marketplaces. We receive hundreds of requests every month from designers, and we accept around 50 of them, 50% of them, sorry. And yeah, that certainly is scalable in terms of accepting those designers, because this is a really untapped market still. There's the craft side that's been taken, but the professional designer side that sell to shops, that's really the market that we're going for. Okay,
and your business model, I presume, is that you take a percentage of the of the price.
So for the products that launch, we take 10% commission.
Okay.
And for the products that they already have in production, we take 30% commission. And included in that, we actually help them with the photography. And we actually also deal with the deliveries for them. So we sort of set up, that's in the pipeline, that we set up a deal with UPS, where UPS will go to the studio, pick up the products, and actually do worldwide shipping for us.
Okay, before we maybe show some products on the website, you also brought a video. Maybe you can tell us something about it before we watch it.
This is This is a fantastic designer in the Netherlands. Her name is Aliki, and her product was very successful in CrowdyHouse. And she actually got enough orders so she could go and produce it. And it's a really romantic product, so I think it's nice to see.
Okay, let's have a look. Yeah.
Made by Rain is a project which started from my own experience of rain growing up as a child in Africa, which was very different than living here in the Netherlands. And my question was, how can you wear the weather instead of that you really always protect yourself to the weather? And I developed a technique called graphie, which means drawing with rain. Prepare textiles with ink, which I don't fixate, and I go onto the rooftop, and then I expose the textiles to the rain, which makes the rain falling on the textiles, and it becomes a pattern. So every scarf or textile is unique. Here you can see really the difference between the rains. CrowdyHouse helped me by providing a platform to sell my scarves, send out press releases about the project, which made it possible to start producing when I had enough buyers. So it spread it around the world, which made that some orders came from Australia, some from America. And I hope people will be happy to wear the rings.
The rain and what I was thinking, like, well, looking at this and hearing your story, and I love the products I see. So we show them later. But when you say we need at least a lot of them, need at least 10 of them, I was thinking, how many products do you need to sell for yourselves to be a good business? How big do you need to be as a platform when you are curated? Because you don't want it to be too much. You want to show quality.
There's a huge amount of quality in the world. So our aim, and that we do know that we can achieve this, that by the end of next year we'll actually have 20,000 products on the platform. Actually, Etsy has 12.5 million. So we actually also have that huge database of products there that we would like to select to sell on CrowdyHouse too. And these designers actually have a high production capacity as well. So they could be making 200 products at a time, and therefore we see a huge potential in actually growing and selling these products all around the world.
Yeah, maybe we can also show the website to show people how it works and what kind of products there are. I saw a lot of jewelry and that kind of stuff, really nicely made. And it is, here I also found an example of how the campaign works, the crowdfunding type of thing. This is, for example, a wardrobe. This campaign ends in 4 minutes.
So launches are the products that are brand new, exclusive to CrowdyHouse. That
launches. Okay, they're exclusive to you.
They're the exclusive launches. They're the brand new products that the designer has developed, and they're bringing out on CrowdyHouse.
Okay.
So some of these products require minimum. Actually, in fact, many of them don't. These ones, they just want to test the market and bring these products out on CrowdyHouse and sell them through us and see if people really like them. This is a collection of products here that were just launched, and this designer is a real artist. He spent a long time developing this brand new system of showing architectural construction in products.
Yeah. So if you click on it, you can just order.
We have a tradition that Roland buys stuff in this.
It's an important tradition to
the show.
We can give you a discount.
Okay, give me some time. I get a discount now.
Yeah, sure. You're 30%. You can buy something more expensive.
And what's really interesting is the made in. So we actually list what countries those products are made in. And we're seeing a lot of demand from outside Europe, from people from Asia, from Australia, from Canada, America, looking for products that were made in Germany, made in Scandinavia, made in the Netherlands.
Really?
Because they really are looking.
Why do you think it's that?
Because Europe has this culture that has this history
of design
quality
tradition,
artisans. And there's a big demand for the history that we have in this in the continent.
So has that surprised you?
It did surprise us, but it's also shown us that we have a huge potential outside Europe as well. So we're really focusing on European designers right now, and through providing worldwide shipping for these designers, we can really look at how we can really show these markets outside Europe of great European design by real quality artisans.
Yeah. How did you end up in the Netherlands doing this and winning innovation prizes?
So,
what is your personal motivation?
So, well, 4 years ago, I actually started managing another startup, which is called hetzelfde, on behalf of a Dutch architecture publisher. And they had the mission to create the largest social network for architects and designers in the world. And that was 4 years ago. And we grew the startup to actually achieve the mission, so it is now the largest network of architects and designers in the world. And it was during that time I spoke with many designers and really understood that they were struggling to bring their products to the market, but also they were making an unfair profit from the current system that they're working in. And that was my motivation. My co-founder actually comes from a furniture making background as well, so she's based in the Netherlands, and she also was making furniture herself, and she really saw that pain for these people.
Yeah.
Okay, can you give me an indication how successful the platform is by now? How many people have bought products?
Yeah, sure.
Through CrowdyHouse?
Well, I'm pleased to announce actually from last month our revenues are up 100%. So we actually sold last month around 10,000 euros worth of products.
Okay.
And also in the past month we've actually accepted another 150 designers. So there's around 360 designers on the platform right now, and around 570 live products. And we're really on target to actually reach the 20,000 by the end of next year.
Okay, I still haven't found my...
No, you found something you want? No?
Special, just looking.
So what do you, like you said, some people use their own 3D printing stuff, etc.
Yep.
And for example, this table has been made through one of the open desk .cc things, and has been made in this building, because there's this thing as well. But so now people make it, ship it, etc. But the whole promise, of course, for the whole 3D printing world, etc., was you don't have to print and ship it in the places where it's been made, and that's the same thing for this stuff.
Yeah.
So where do you see things developing in that direction?
I see. I mean, we have one of our designers actually developed a clay 3D printer, and we were actually speaking with 3D Hubs, who are also in Rockstar, on how we could work together. People still want a great design, and that designers will still have that need to make beautiful things that work well. So they will still always own the rights to those designs. And I truly believe in the fact that through platforms like 3D Hubs, but also like CrowdyHouse, you can bring local manufacturing back as well to places where you live, through those production methods.
Before, for the people who are watching live or will watch it later on demand, we had Impraise here, thanks to you, the startup that's been sitting here, but saying that like how it helped them starting, maybe not starting, but following up in America, because there's a different startup culture. Money-wise, things are different. Like you said, you are working from the Rockstar base. So when you hear his story and your own experiences, why is Europe a good place for you to start?
Europe is a really great place for us to start. I mean, we have a very strong network of designers here, and we believe that the designers in Europe are the best, and we've also seen the demand from America for European design. We also believe that the design industry in Europe is the strongest, and we have a very strong network in terms of our development team, and our whole team is based here. We applied to join Rockstar and start a bootcamp in Amsterdam, because we felt like Amsterdam in the Netherlands is really kind of one of the core countries in Europe for design, and that's why we really stayed in Europe.
Yeah. And so what do you learn from? Are you buying something, mate?
Yeah, great.
Your password's not going on live, right?
No, not now.
Normally it is.
Normally it is, yeah. So this is how I buy my stuff.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I'm a bit distracted.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. As long as you buy something, and we have a tradition in here.
Yeah.
But like the interesting thing is what you say is because an important reason for you is because the quality of artists, designers, etc. is around in Europe, and people around the world see that as well. So what other things can you detect from the data you have? Because you see where your customers come from. You see where early on you said you see people looking specifically for European or specific countries' art. So what does the data learn you?
Well, there's a number of sort of insights that we've had recently. Still, people are not comfortable buying the big furniture online, but certainly stools and smaller products, I mean, we were surprised yesterday that someone actually bought a product for €1,500 without even seeing it or trying it. So we're really seeing that trend change.
That's really what's something that struck me when I looked at your website. We know the trend. I mean, if you would have told somebody 10 years ago that you probably would buy a car online, they would say you're completely crazy. Nobody is going to buy a car online. No. Well, people do. But of course, that's a commodity product. I still want to see and touch the important things that I buy. And normally, you know, if you are interested in design, you know, there are important things you buy for your home.
Yeah, I think, I mean...
But what do you think about it, you know?
I would have said the same to you about fashion 12 years ago, 13 years ago, but I buy all of my clothing online now.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
I think with the Y generation, this is our target group. In fact, we're seeing from the data that also older generations are buying online as well. But the Y generation have been comfortable buying fashion online, buying cars online. The furniture industry is the fastest growing segment in e-commerce right now. Yeah. Because the Y generation are buying houses, they're moving into apartments, and they're comfortable with buying these products and finding unique things online. And still, the furniture industry is a $200 billion industry, and only 4 to 5% of that is spent online. So we're really seeing that this is going to be the growing trend in the next few years. Fashion has been for the past 10. And we have certainly a lot of faith in that furniture is the fastest growing.
Yeah, but so what do you see happening then? Because I can imagine it would help if I could place this in my room. So how is technology going to help you in there?
It will be more with the photography. So we have a photography studio where we will show the products in scale with other products and provide the measurements of each product. We would like to think if we could integrate augmented reality, for example, in the future. That would be really nice. The level of augmented reality is not quite there yet, but that would be great if we could somehow bring a 3D model and you could have it, even with an Oculus Rift, for example, you could put that on and see a product on CrowdyHouse.
So what did you buy?
I bought from a designer called Avanzilello. I bought, I think it sounds Italian, but I'm not sure. I bought a wallet multicolor, and I bought a couple of them. It's made of a wooden wallet made from the wooden fruit crates of Portafoglio, and a very simple way to keep your credit cards in one piece in your pocket. Okay.
Will it be in time for Sinterklaas?
I don't think so, because it will only be shipped after the end of the campaign, and that's still 1 day, 23 hours. Maybe. Yeah. But I must say the site works perfect, so the whole process is excellent.
Great.
Yeah,
great.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's a nice product to tell a story about as well.
Yeah. So earlier on you said, what is it? The platform that is, because you say we democratize this whole process, but then again you're a curated process, so you're democratized in a bit. Yeah?
We curated to protect the consumer.
Yeah? You help the consumer. Yeah, because you know better.
Well, no, we don't curate. It's a contemporary product. It's not that we know better. It's just we want to protect the consumer so that they don't buy from someone who cannot deliver. That's the main reason why we're curating. And we want them to provide a quality product. So it's not curating in the sense that it's someone's specific taste, but we have a number of criteria to accept that designer.
And what are examples of the criteria?
So the criteria has to be they have a production process in place. The design has to be original and contemporary,
so no copycats.
No copycats, and they have to produce the products and own the rights to the products themselves, and they are our main criteria. Yeah.
Because, well, I understand what you say, because that's one of the things from, for example, Kickstarter. It can happen that you pay money and nothing's going to, there's not going to be a product in the end. Have you had problems like that?
No, and that's the whole reason is that we really do those background checks. and believe it or not, Kickstarter actually rejects 50% of the projects that apply.
Okay.
And so we actually reject more. So in a sense, Kickstarter is also curated.
You have a lot of applications. What is the percentage you reject or accept?
And it's around 50 to 60% at the moment. Okay. Yeah. But mainly because we're really targeting and inviting specific designers as well. Okay. So we're asking them to join.
Yeah. How does the middleman react until now? The one you are cutting out. I mean. But of course, there are of course a lot of. It's a whole economy, of course. In a city like Amsterdam, you have a lot of galleries, small-scale shops selling design goods. You're more or less making them obsolete.
We actually have a pop-up shop in Amsterdam. We've partnered with Frame magazine, which is a design publisher, and we are sharing a commission by selling through their shop. So there's always going to be the demand for shops to sell design products. People will still always want to go see those shops. We're bringing it online as well.
Johan Schaap asks, how does this checking work? So checking of the quality of the artist, the designer. How do you know when someone that does not live around here is going to make what he or she promises, or has the production in place?
Yeah, so the biggest security is that they do have a business, a registered business, so that we can then do a check on that business as well. They always need to have their own website so that we can check the actual how professional they are as a company. And again, we actually check their application fully, check their email, and actually speak to them as well. There are no full 100% guarantees, but that's the same with most online shops as well.
Yeah. So what has been the biggest success on your platform?
The biggest success has been a journal. Two graphic designers, they approached us and they made a journal for 2015, which they reinterpreted the way that we should organise our lives. And they said, we've spoken with the printer and we need to have an order of 500 before we can actually start printing the journal. And they came to us and said, can you help us achieve this minimum? And we said, sure. And together with the designers, they managed to get a minimum of 500 orders also with press attention. And now they're selling these journals in shops all over the world. Yeah. And that's a really nice success story because it's two great graphic designers that just started it themselves.
Mm-hmm. A good thing with what you're doing is, you can see the product, you almost can feel the product. And a problem very often with crowdfunding is people say, well, you need at least... I think the same thing happened when we had Leap Funder here in the studio. If you don't have, say, half the money in your family or friends or whatever it is, then don't even bother. But the good thing, and it's of course the same thing happening at Kickstarter, is it must be different with your platform. The product is say the proof.
Exactly, yeah. So you don't necessarily need to have your friends and family support the first amount. If people love the product enough and they really believe in the story and the designer, then they just want it. And you actually find that when they do buy it, they will really, really promote that product themselves because they want it to. Because it's such a unique product, they can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah,
very, very nice product. This is maybe something for you. It's an iPad mini bamboo skin.
Why? What? Because it's beautiful?
No,
what is it?
It's bamboo.
Because it's bamboo. I buy everything bamboo. I've got a bamboo bicycle.
No, I know you have a cover, but it looks nice, doesn't it?
It looks nice,
You don't care about that.
Things looking nice? Well, I have to admit, not if you see... I agree with you. Okay, it looks nice. There's a lot of nice, brilliant stuff. So I think, like you say, the quality of the product, the quality of the pictures you make of it, etc., that makes it stand out immediately if you start looking at the website. So... brilliant.
Interesting.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
We'll invite you in a year's time to see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
I hope
thanks
you
a lot.
enjoy the wallet.
Yeah.
I hope so too. Maybe I get it from him as my present.
I ordered 3 of them.
Oké, yes. Oké, dank jullie wel voor het kijken als je live keek en als je on-demand keek. Natuurlijk ook, we danken Streamzilla uit Groningen die het mogelijk maakte dat de livestream bij je thuis kwam. Fastmovingtargets.nl is het adres of ons YouTube kanaal om alle video's terug te kijken. Dank jullie wel.
Dag.